This weekend's project is going to be to reconstruct a retaining wall that we built 20 years ago, 18 years ago maybe. And you'll see we've kind of neglected the landscape around here a little bit over that time. We're finally getting around to where we can start getting some projects done. I'm Roger, and today we're gonna look at what we talked about outside, the reconstruction of a failed Fieldstone retaining wall around a planting bed. See, this is the kind of arrangement. The house is here. This is our covered porch on the house, and those are the front steps. The existing wall has got this kind of reverse curve in here, and it makes it difficult to kind of mow in this interior portion. Our new wall will likely follow outside of the old wall. And then we're just going to have one curve that comes all the way around. We can't get in tight enough with the mower into this curve. While the curve definitely is looks nice, it's just difficult to use. Taking out that portion, making it a little easier. Like I said, our new wall will be set to the outside of the existing wall, just so we can take the material from here and put it in the new wall location. But we really want to protect this Japanese lace leaf maple that's on the corner. We are super fortunate to have the limited stuff that we do have. Today we'll be using one of these cheap Chinese excavators. It's a Miva VA15 and a Massey Ferguson 1835 compact utility tractor with a loader. And we'll also be using a landscape trailer attached to the tractor, just so I have some place to store some of the excavated material so we don't have to make a mess of the yard. Again, we're not professionals. We're just DIYers, just trying to get some work done around the property. We're using just materials we have kind of on hand. These are not pristine. They're not manufactured. They're not perfectly shaped stones you'd get from a stone yard. These are just natural fieldstone. They're imperfect, rough around the edges. But the big thing is they're absolutely free right here on the property. Why pay for fancy stones when Mother Nature put them here for us for free? We're going to lay out the limits on the ground. Now we're going to use a garden hose, a chain, a rope, whatever we can find to kind of just outline the bed. Or in this case, it'd be the face of the wall. The important thing to acknowledge is what we paint in the beginning may not be what the final wall looks like. It'll be close. This will be a guide for us to dig to. Couple things. Digging around curves is difficult, especially when you're not really good on the equipment. But because of that, it's hard to kind of maintain a line. If you're digging in a straight line, you can keep yourself fairly straight. But we'll have to get off. We'll have to touch. We'll refreshen. We'll have to kind of evaluate it on the fly, but that's how it goes. Once we get it all laid out, then we will excavate a trench in front of the existing wall so that we can basically take the rocks from behind and bring them into their new location. So we'll wind up making the bed a little bit wider on this. Stacking these stones are a little bit tricky, but the beauty of a dry stacked wall, it's all about finding the right fit and using gravity to our advantage. We won't use any mortar. We acknowledge that the stones will settle over time, but if we take some care, assuring that there's a bit of a batter, that the wall will actually lean into the fill over time, that settling will actually help make the wall even more solid over time. You gotta go hunting for rocks. As you can see,
we've pretty much exhausted our supply of rock that we had from the old wall to get to this height right here. You can see the breaking grade of the dirt up there and where it was before we started, so we've got to find a bunch. We're fortunate though that we've got a lot of hedgerows up here, where over the years farmers have dumped the rocks out of the field into the edge of the what's called the hedgerow, and we're gonna go hunting for some rocks. Well, everyone, that's as far as we're gonna get for today. We made some pretty good progress. I'm pleased, but you see that'll be the finished height of the wall right there, and we'll just bring that around until it dies out in the bank somewheres up here. I appreciate you coming along on this adventure, and we'll see you next time.